He's AJ.
She's Nikki.
And this is Till Death Do Us Talk.
It is.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Good
hello,
night.
good
Whatever hemisphere you're in, I guess.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Now that we've caught up on our sleep and stuff from our trip.
And happy Canada days and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Where were we?
We were in Toronto.
We were in Toronto.
Why were we?
We were in Toronto for a concert.
A concert?
Yeah, we saw Jack Johnson.
Jack Johannesson.
And I'll be honest, I can't remember the guys' names that opened for him.
Les Hermanos Gutierrez.
Those
which
guys.
means the Brothers Gutierrez.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We didn't catch their set.
No.
I think we heard their last song or something.
We did see them play. They came out and played with everybody. So that was pretty cool.
That was cool. It was a really laid back show. I really liked it.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Because you're used to, don't forget to talk to our friends too.
Yeah.
Because
I always forget there's cameras.
Because you're used to like a hard rock show. Like we're into hard rock and shit like that, right? So
yeah.
You're used to people screaming at you and loud guitars and drums. And this was just fucking mellow. And everybody was vibing. Everybody in that whole building, like, was just in love. It was wild.
Yeah, we paid for 2 seats and I didn't sit in mine for more than 2 minutes.
No. Yeah, you stood and danced.
I stood in the aisle and I just danced the whole time.
You bopped.
I bopped the whole time. It was great. It was a lovely time. I suggest if anybody gets the chance to see him, they go do it. If you like that kind of music, I guess.
Yeah, if you can get the chance too, because that's...
Not often he's playing. No.
Yeah.
No, I used to listen to him in high school.
Yeah.
That was our jamming music when we would drive around on the beach roads and stuff. Yeah.
Right on. And we have Chuck with us behind the camera.
Hi, Chuck.
Say hi to the people, Chuck.
Hello, people.
Hi to the
he has
people.
a voice
He does.
Now. Yay. And we have a couple.
You may never see the Chuck, though.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate.
Oh, so many nicknames are going to probably start coming out of the woodworks now.
But what are we doing today?
What
are we talking about? What are you telling me?
I was going to read you some Reddit stories that I found.
Can you read me some stories?
Yeah, I'm not an aficionado by any means on Reddit, but I really do enjoy.
You're no Shane
perusing.
Top.
No,
you're no Shane Top.
No, but I do like perusing, and I listen to a lot of podcasts that have them. I haven't heard any of these ones on a podcast yet.
Okay.
A couple of them are older. A couple of them are pretty fresh.
So we're going to talk about them.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss them, if you will.
Give our opinions on people's conundrums.
Because our opinions matter.
I think I have mostly Am I the Asshole ones, and then I have one...
Usually, but...
I have one entitled
you.
People. Well, yeah. You're funny.
I'm going to lean over for a second. I'm 1 minute there, friends. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, so technical, making sure we're going through the system.
Just making sure I'm not too loud, that's all.
Oh, I think we're good.
That's all.
I'm going to crunch my water bottle. Sorry, guys.
I'll make the sound effects.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Sorry, folks. Okay, so I'm going to start with Emma the Asshole post about a concert.
Oh, well, nice
we just
segue.
Recently went to one. Sorry. I, 30 female, recently attended a concert with my husband and 2 friends. It was a large concert with a very competitive ticket buying process. So I'm picturing like Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Right? Like you have to be online at...
There's a lottery.
2 minutes, yeah. The artist is very special to me and my husband, and we were going to buy tickets for our anniversary gift to each other. A friend, Amanda, 30 female, from out of town, asked if we could buy a ticket for her because she wanted to see the show and would fly in for it. And then another mutual friend, Jill, who is not a fan of the musician, wanted to go because we were both going. My husband and I said no problem, the more the merrier, and managed to get tickets for everyone. Amanda had her first baby a year and a half ago, and this was going to be the first time she was away from her baby. She stayed at my house the night before the concert and did not seem to be coping well with being away from her child. Lots of tears, stayed on FaceTime with baby for hours, etc. Eventually, we convinced her to get some sleep. We asked if she wanted to go home the next day, and she said no. The concert rolled around, and Amanda was having what I could only describe as a panic attack from the time we got to the stadium onwards. She didn't have a reliable signal to talk to her husband about the baby, And I think the crowds and the heat were a lot. Jill was okay missing the show, basically stayed in the bathroom with Amanda the whole time trying to calm her down. My husband and I stayed in our seats except for 2 times I went to check on them. Amanda decided she wanted to leave halfway through and Jill offered to take her back to my house. My husband and I opted to stay for the rest of the concert. I guess Amanda is upset that we stayed at the concert and it got back to our mutual mom friends. They're all being critical of me. I feel I might be the asshole because I told them that Amanda shouldn't have put us in the situation if she knew she wasn't going to be able to handle it, and my life doesn't revolve around anyone else's kids. I am wondering if I am the asshole for both staying at the concert and for my response. Edit to add, just a few clarifications based on the initial comments. We weren't really considering it a special anniversary event anymore after our friends asked to join, and that was totally fine by us. However, we obviously still really wanted to be there. We did drive everyone, but Amanda and Jill were able to call an Uber to leave. And yes, Jill is awesome for sure.
So the question is, am I the asshole for not leaving my concert because my friend left with my other friend?
Yeah.
No.
I agree. I don't think they're the asshole at all because in my opinion, Jill didn't really want to be there. She just wanted to be out with her friends.
Right.
And if Amanda was having trouble and wanted to leave, then for sure Jill can leave and I can stay here with my husband and watch the show.
And then it would be back to this whole, oh, it's a nice anniversary thing, blah, blah, blah.
Like, frankly, she should have went home in the morning if she couldn't handle it.
I think she felt guilty because did she pay for tickets or did she not pay for the ticket? Like, did the friend who bought the tickets pay for all 4 tickets?
She says she got the tickets, but she doesn't say if she paid for them necessarily. So like they probably paid her back maybe for them.
So if she was paid back, then it's fucking your problem, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you weren't paid back, then yeah, I just still not the asshole though, because you didn't have to. Yeah, you didn't have to come.
Well, and to be fair, and I'm speaking even as a mom too, why is everyone expected to leave because you miss your kid? It's not like they're going to come with you and go home and see your kid with you. You're going to leave and go home and see your kid. Why do I have to leave and watch you go and fix your problem? You fix your problem. Go see your kid.
I'm sorry you're sad, but...
Shitty. Absolutely. So postpartum is a bitch.
This would have been in a way, this would have been I did some crazy drug when I was 16. They called it herbal ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sold at Edgefest. And I hadn't eaten anything. This is probably why it happened. Had I eaten, I'm sure it would have been fine. But I think they you got 5 pills or something, and I took 2 or 3 or something. And I was having a great old time for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then I Mother Earth set ended, and I wasn't feeling very good. No, sir. So I went to the med tent and projectile vomited 12 feet.
Lovely.
Or some shit. Oh, it was gross. But that would have been me coming out of the med tent and saying, "Okay, everybody, we gotta go."
So that I can go home and go to bed.
Because I fucked up.
Right? You're just going to go home and go to bed. So what are we going to do after you go home and go to bed?
I didn't. There was a friend in the group that was kind of mother hen sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she stuck around with me until I felt better.
Sure. But at the same time, if you did decide to leave, it wouldn't be their fault.
Right.
Or they wouldn't be assholes if they stayed and watched the concert because you went home and went to bed.
I'd be bummed, but still, yeah, no.
Mother hen probably would have brought you home.
Yeah.
In your situation. But yeah, so a couple of comments, people are pretty much in the same boat as us, not the asshole. First of all, it was your anniversary. They invited themselves along, which was kind of weird in the first place.
Yeah.
We don't invite a lot of people to concerts with us. We go to some, but not always.
Yeah.
We see a lot of concerts, just the 2 of us. So,
but again, if you decided you wanted to leave, then bummer. See you later.
Yeah. If you decided Jack Johnson wasn't your thing and you wanted to go, I'm sorry, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I'll see you in an hour.
Exactly.
Let me know where you'll be.
I'll either meet you in the parking lot or, yeah. So yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah. I'm not going to read a bunch of their comments because they're essentially the same thing. Amanda, as much as she might be having her own issues. Postpartum, like I said, is a bitch for a lot of people, and a lot of women go through some really shitty situations. But you can't put that on your friends.
Yeah.
You can't put that on your friends. And your mom friends that are also agreeing with her are kind of shitty too. And I don't know. Maybe me and my mom friends are different, but
I don't know.
I
just know you're the asshole. Not the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
They're the asshole for bitching about the fact that you didn't.
Mm-hmm. So the other day we were in Dollarama and we witnessed an interaction with these two people in front of us in line. I remember how I was saying, like, you know, sometimes I wish I kind of had a little bit more confidence to kind of call people out on their shitty behavior and stuff in public. So this is an entitled people Reddit story.
Okay.
That kind of goes along with this, and it's kind of an interesting perspective. So I kind of thought it would be an interesting segue into a bit of a conversation about if you're rude and you lecture other rude people in any way. So I know we weren't rude to them, but like for us to be rude and say something to people that we have no idea who they are, what their situation is, not really our place.
But is it being rude when the person's being rude, and like, is it being rude when somebody like is an asshole?
Right.
I'm trying to think about like, because I'm talking about the guy that the other night there. That guy was being a douche knuckle for sure, right? So
and he also used terminology that younger kids today use that just fucking pisses me off. If you use the term dead ass with me ever, I don't understand. It does not compute.
Because you choose not to.
I'm sure there were words during my generation.
So you got to get.
And
with
I think
the lingo,
my brother used them a lot.
You're going to have a kid who's going to use lingo.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so title: if you're going to lecture people for rudeness, how about you don't be rude?
Yeah, just based off the title. Yeah.
So this was posted 20 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
This just happened. My friend, 29 female, and I, 30 female, were sitting on a bench waiting for a bus. My friend happened to have her feet tucked up. She put them down as an elderly man came over, and he started lecturing her very loudly and rudely about putting her feet on the bench and how now he can't sit there because some people don't know better. My friend ignored him, but I find being yelled at in public one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I was once screamed at for bumping someone's car, and apologizing just made him angrier, and another man yelled at my mother when I was with her for the same thing, acting like I was out to ruin all paintwork. So this made me mad. I tried to tell him politely that he didn't need to be so rude, aka please don't be so angry with her. And he told me also rudely that he has every right to be mad because she should know better than to put her feet on the bench. Okay, maybe that's true, but what's ruder? Putting your feet up on a bench that birds have shit on and has probably been puked on at some point, or yelling at a complete stranger for minding her own business? So, what do you think?
Yeah, that guy was a dick. Because, like, you can tell people that you're displeased with something or that something's rude without being a dick. Right? And usually that's going to get a better reaction. Right? Because if you just, like, let's say the other night, if you were like, hey, don't talk to her like that. That would have been, fighting fire with fire. But had you been like, hey, that's not cool, or something like that, right? Then he probably would have just turned around and did the same thing. But at least you would have taken the high road and not been rude.
How do you feel about people putting their feet on public benches?
Well, that's whatever. That person makes a perfect statement, like, especially where we live. Like, those things have been pissed on, fucked on, right? Et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, fucking put your feet up. But if it was like a bus or a subway, that's different. What if this dude had like OCD?
I think that might have been part of the problem. Right? I think he also just wanted to yell at some young girls. Maybe
that's possible. Maybe that's what gets him hard. I don't know.
I think
like, no, that was, he could have like I guess he can't really do that anymore. I was going to say, he could have taken a newspaper and set it down. I'm dating myself here. But yeah, no. He was the dick.
I mean, I think he could have, like, if you don't think that people should put their feet up on benches, like, if you don't agree with the fact that, like, yeah, okay, they're shit on and whatever, you can go about it nicely. You can just say, hey, maybe it's better you don't put your feet where some people are going to sit, because why add to it?
Well, yeah, but she, well, first of all, she wasn't a dick about it because she moved her feet when she saw this dude coming.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, the solution could have been for her to move where her feet were, and then he could have sat wherever else.
Yeah. To be fair, she was probably sitting on that bench exactly how I'm sitting on this chair right now.
Probably.
Right? Like, it's my slippers, it's not my outdoor shoes, but I mean, still, I don't know. It's
no. The ultimate solution would have been her moving to where her feet were, and then that guy could have dealt with the other bullshit. Because, like, people are like, what are you gonna do? This is all wonky now. What are you gonna do when, like, are you not gonna sit where somebody else has sat? Is it that, like, because other people have sat here, right? So, like,
one of the comments here says both things are rude. It's rude to put your shoes where people sit, and it's rude to berate a stranger over a faux pas. But for what it's worth, I think the older gentleman should have known better. In my experience, a lot of people berate strangers when they are frustrated or think they have power over them, and therefore they can get away with it, i.e. older people berating teenagers, men berating women, customers berating the staff, etc. He should have just calmly asked your friend not to put her shoes on a public seat.
What about women berating men? Or
that. She's just giving a few examples.
Okay, well, could have given that example too, but anyway.
Yeah.
I think it being like, again, if it was like in a coffee shop or something, I don't know. For some reason, bus bench is different.
An outdoor bench is a really hard, like, it's right? A very kind of,
because, like I said before, other
gray
people
area.
already, like, people have walked all over that fucking thing.
Because it's true. Like, your mother always taught you, don't put your feet where, like, on the seat. Just like you don't stand on the seat.
My mom never taught me that because my mom's got short legs. So she never sits like I'm sitting or anything. She's always sat like you're sitting. Mm-hmm. So for her to say, hey, don't put your feet where other people sit, kind of hypocritical.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think she's ever, no, you probably shouldn't. Maybe with your shoes on. Mm-hmm. But again, this is outside.
Yeah.
So
what do you think, guys? What do you guys think in the comments?
I keep forgetting we have friends here.
Yeah. I forget about the cameras
we
very
quickly. We have a camera there and there and there and a Chuck way over there.
And Chuck. Well, if I keep looking at you, I can't see Chuck.
You can't see Uncle Chuck?
Yeah, I can't see Uncle Chuck. And I get really used to not seeing the cameras because we sit like this and talk about this stuff all the time. So we'll sit in the kitchen and we'll talk, and I'll bring up a story and I'll tell it to you and we'll talk about it, or we'll listen to shout out to Smosh Reddit stories.
Well, maybe we can ask them, is it weird when we talk to you? Would it be better if we just talk to each other, or should we acknowledge that our friends are in TV land?
Your answers are going to depend on where they're watching and or listening, because the point of a podcast usually is for listening. The video aspect is a bonus, right?
That's true.
So I think guaranteed you're going to get, listening aspects and us talking to listeners, but me looking at the camera might not happen as often.
Okay.
Well, we're learning as we go, guys, and you were a part of this entire journey with us.
Bummer.
Or he'll cut it out. I don't know. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for forcing my mother to come back from vacation?
Depends on the situation, I guess.
Yeah. Just from the title, it doesn't give you a lot of information, does it?
No. So let's
dive in. I am a 25-year-old guy living about 10 minutes from my childhood home where my mom now lives alone. She has 2 dogs with her. One is an old family dog that's turning 15, and the other is a puppy that is about 8 months old. For context, they are in an apartment. These are small dogs, and there's plenty of space for both. Regardless, I moved out 3 years ago to live with my partner. We live in a pretty small apartment that's just a bedroom and a kitchen pretty much. So sometimes if my mom had to go somewhere or whatever, I would just drop by there to babysit them after my shift. I work only night shifts. This month, she was supposed to go on vacation to a beach abroad. I agreed to come a few times a day to feed and walk the dogs, no problem. She told me they've been having a bit of an ant issue recently, but that it's not too bad, and I said that was okay. So first day of her being abroad, I come to walk them and everything is fine. I pour them some food and water and leave. I come back later in the day, I notice they haven't been eating or drinking at all. We live in Europe and there's a huge heat wave going on right now, so I'm thinking this is not good. I pick up the food containers from which they eat and pour the stuff down the toilet so I can replace it. Along with the food, I fell something that I thought was dirt, just this huge black mass of speckles, and then I noticed that it was moving.
Oh.
It was ants.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Like more ants than I've ever seen together in my life. Had to be in the hundreds. It's no wonder they weren't eating. I tried to get them to eat and drink, but they just do not want to. I come back the next day and try pouring them some water and food before we could take a walk, hoping they would eat it quickly. They don't want to. I pour them some food and we go out for about 30 minutes. We come back and the little one starts eating. And as soon as she does, a bunch of ants just disperse from under the food. Oh my God, I'm crawling. She then pees herself and the older one starts licking it. Mind you, he hasn't been or wanted to drink water for 2 days now. Okay. So I lose my shit. I call my mother. I'm yelling, asking her how the fuck did she think it was a good idea to leave 2 dogs in an infested house? How she did not plan this at all. And if it was like this, she could have went on vacation and we could have had them at one of the dog sitting places while an exterminator could have taken care of the ants. 3 birds, 1 stone. So she came back after being away for 2 days. The whole vacation was supposed to be a week. And now she is pissed at me for not being able to do her this one solid and how she is so tired all the time and deserved a vacation. I told her she did deserve a vacation, but she should have organized accordingly and not have ants crawling in around their food. I am worried that the ants maybe bit their mouths or something like that. I have no idea. I'm just mad. And my mother-in-law says I was out of line, but I don't know. Am I the asshole?
I feel like I have ants in my shoes.
Oh my God, that's so gross. Like, I know ants can happen, and I've had ants in our house before, but you get a little ant trap, they're gone. Like, you don't get it. It's never so bad in your house that it's dropping out of your animal's food.
See, now here's my thing. Not once in that story did he say that he actually asked her to come back.
No, he doesn't.
So no.
Offered the following explanation.
So no, not the asshole?
Why they think they might be the asshole. Maybe I could have tried more and had the pups in the apartment with me, even though it's much smaller. So, like, is he the asshole because he didn't do more other than just, like, call her and yell at her about it?
Yeah, because what I would have done is I would have taken the dogs home. Like, I wouldn't have let them be there. Right? I would have taken them to my place. But see, here's the other thing. Here's the weird part about it. Just like when I leave the house or when you leave the house for an extended period of time, Trapper doesn't eat. There's days where he won't eat his breakfast because one of us isn't home. Mm-hmm. And then when we come home, he eats.
That's been a case with most of our our dogs or my dogs in my life.
Toby was like that too.
Yeah.
Toby didn't like eating when at least when I wasn't around. Mm-mm. So could that be why they weren't eating and drinking?
It's possible, but I think a huge part of it would have been the fact that there was ants in their food. Like, small dogs also usually get wet food more often than dry food.
True. That's true.
And so it's very possible that they weren't eating because there is ants in their food. It's a huge absolute. They won't do that.
That's true.
So gross. I think everybody sucks here.
Yeah. Well,
like, I think it's a matter of, like, yeah, his mom should have planned way better for this. Like, if you have an ant problem that's gotten that bad, you've been ignoring this for a while and knew what your kid was coming into.
Yeah.
You should have set it up like he said. Like, if you had told him in the first place that he could have offered and been like, hey, you know what? Let's figure out a way to get these dogs at a dog sitter's or something. Because obviously he doesn't have the room. Like, I'm picturing, like, smaller than our first place.
Picturing this? Like the size of this room?
Like a tiny New York kind of apartment type thing where he can't
people have
fit.
like fucking Great Danes in those apartments.
Sure. I've heard Great Danes are great.
So if they're
apartment
like
dogs,
two little
actually.
Shih Tzus or some shit.
Yeah, but
Like if they're smaller dogs, then it shouldn't have been a problem. He probably just didn't want the dogs coming over to his place pissing and shitting on everything.
sure, absolutely. So, but either way, like work together to figure it out if that's the case. Your mom should have done some pre-planning. She should have figured it out, but you should have also maybe as soon as you noticed it, like done something that, like, one of them's your family dog that's turning 15. The other one's a puppy that's 8 months old. Why are you leaving your puppy alone at home at 8 months old? That seems a little young still.
He wasn't like staying there. He would just like pop in.
No, he was just popping in because he works weird shifts.
Oh, okay.
So he works night shifts. So he was just popping in and out for a whole week. General. A whole week? No, you should have been staying at your mom's house.
Well, either that or it shouldn't have even been, because this person works weird shifts. He shouldn't have been responsible for it in the first place. Then the dog should have went to a sitter. Or find someone else, a kennel or something. Or like stay at your mom's house. Like say the ants weren't an issue, stay at your mom's house and dog sit the dogs, because you're gone for a week. But
that's a long time to leave your dogs.
Just because he's in a different spot doesn't mean he's going to be at different shifts.
No, well, he works only night shift, so he still would have been there during the day. His mom obviously probably works a shift too.
So was he not there? Was he not there during the day?
He was going a few times a day, he said. Right. Yeah. So, but like a few times a day for two dogs, a puppy at 8 months, a dog turning 15, to only see, contact, and get fed and interacted with 3 times a day for a week. That seems like not enough.
Why does Red Bull make me on? Yeah. So I guess, they're kind of both dicks in this situation then.
Like, I think everyone sucks here.
Everybody's an asshole.
Some comments, not the asshole, but seems like giving up and not trying to solve problems runs in the family. Did you even try to find a way to give the dogs food while keeping the ants away? Or did you see the ants twice and decide the world needs to stop and immediately deal with this catastrophe?
Does this person not understand how ants work? Like, they're going to find the food.
Yeah.
You can't just put the food somewhere and expect the ants to disappear. They're going to find the food.
Comment, reading this, I had to double check OP's age, as there was no way an adult wrote this. Like, when I was 15, 16 or so, my parents went on vacation. As a teenager, I preferred not going along. Apparently, there was some honey spilled in the kitchen and ants formed a street and well over the apartment by the time I came from school. Took me maybe 1 to 2 hours to find the nest and deal with it. It's not that hard. I could not imagine getting my parents to fly back over some ants, and I was a child. Living on ground floor, I now have to deal with ants almost annually. Most recently, they ate away in through the wall along the heating pipes. The anti-ant powder from the drugstore costs $2 or so and deals with the issue within a day tops each time. It's really not that hard. Yeah, so if a fucking teenager can deal with an ant problem, I'm pretty sure a 26-year-old should be able to deal with an ant problem so his mom can get a few days vacation.
Yeah, this person definitely didn't
I don't know how they got not the asshole.
Didn't try
on here. Like really? They Reddit deemed them not the asshole.
No, you should have at least fucking tried.
Yeah, no, that
like vacuum up the fucking ants or some shit or yeah.
And if you did, you didn't say anything.
Unfortunately, you might have to exterminate the ants that are causing the issue at this moment. Like,
well, yeah.
Or at least, again, I don't know where this woman lived, like what kind of apartment or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if it's like a ground floor or something. Yeah, I'm thinking like if it's a ground floor or something like that, you could have tossed the bowls outside without food. The ants would have dispersed.
A lot of things could have been done.
And then you go and get whatever from wherever.
Yeah, I think a lot of things could have been done differently in the scenario. And that's why I say everyone sucks here. And he's a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, mom probably should have been figuring out how to deal with her ant problem as an adult as well. Like, if you're adult enough to have a 25-year-old kid, you should be adult enough to not have a fucking infestation in your home. But we also don't know the situation. But yeah, that's a crawly one. My skin's gonna itch for a little bit.
Crawly.
But yeah. Have you ever had any like infestation problems when you were a kid or any problem at home that happened when you were a kid when your parents weren't home that you had to
get them to come back from something or had to deal with something on your own
that normally your
No.
parents would have dealt with?
No.
No.
I mean, I grew up north, so like, there's bears. That nobody's dealing with that.
Okay.
Right? Like I could have been at home alone and we had like this back, it's like a back part of our house. We called it a shed, but it wasn't a shed. It was literally part of the house.
Mhm.
And it was like our garbage room and shit. And they would always bang on the door to open it because it was just a latch.
Mm.
So they'd sit there banging on it to open it to get to the garbage.
The bears.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Just making sure
No,
I'm
not my
following
parents,
this.
the bears. I mean, that happened, but
But that's not something that you're having to like, hey, mom, there's a bear banging on the back door. Come back from vacation.
right.
No. Or a bear actually got in and messed up the garbage. Well, you would just clean it up. Right? Like you wouldn't be like,
If
oh
that
my God,
happened,
they
then
got
I would
into the
make them
garbage.
come home. No. I don't think I've ever had any sort of, like we have ants at our house, but I wouldn't call it an infestation.
No, we have some ants that come in dependent on situations. Like I know if we have, if there's a spill or if the back door's open for too long and the kids, like we have kids.
But we don't have like any cucarachas or anything running around.
No.
No.
So some of the Emma the Asshole Reddits include kind of a subreddit called Would I Be the Asshole?
Okay, so
And
this is probably like the thing hasn't happened yet, so I'm asking.
Yeah, like would I be the asshole? Like the title of this one is Would I Be the Asshole for asking my daughter's boyfriend to stop having dinner with us?
Yes. And I'm just going based off the title.
Just off the title, yes. So this was posted 15 hours ago.
Oh wow.
My daughter, 21, has been dating this guy, 24, for 2 years. I'm gonna have to look for I like when they name people and give them random names.
You could do it.
I know I could. It's fairly serious. He's from Mexico and has been in the US since he was 3 years old.
So Jorge,
Sure.
Jose, Jesus. What?
Nothing.
These are Mexican names.
I guess they might, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever met a Mexican guy named John, and his name was actually John.
Maybe. He has a strange phobia of not wanting anyone to see him eat. And it's real. I've literally never seen this kid put a bite of food in his mouth, despite spending a fair amount of time around him. He is thin, but doesn't look unhealthy. The problem is, we will take them out to dinner occasionally for holidays or special occasions. He always orders a full meal. He will cut up the food, push it around on the plate, but not eat any of it. Then after the meal, he will donate his leftovers to someone else. It's even worse when I make home-cooked meals and they come to dinner. He does the same thing, takes a full plate of food, pushes it around, cuts it up, makes it look messed with, but doesn't eat any of it. Then he will scrape all the food into the trash can afterwards. I'm starting to get enraged over this. He wastes a horrendous amount of food, and I can't stand the money wasted when we buy him expensive restaurant meals that go completely uneaten. It even caused a few scenes with waiters asking him what's wrong, do they need to change his order, etc. I've talked to my daughter privately and said he doesn't want to eat. That's fine. Just tell him to stop taking plates of food and ordering in restaurants. Her response was, but it's in his culture. It's rude for him to not take food. I'm not asking him to do that. But I find it so rude that he is willing to keep wasting our money. Food isn't cheap. Would I be the asshole for just announcing that he is no longer invited to meals?
No. Because I'm with this dude. I didn't ask you to come out and eat to waste my money. Nor did I come ask you, like, you're wasting shit.
One time, maybe. The next few times, I'd be hella fucking mad.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
I'd be so mad. I'd be like, dude, first of all, why are you donating these leftovers? Take them home with you and eat them in private if you have a phobia of eating in front of people.
If I knew that was happening, then I'd be okay with it.
Right? Like if you have a legitimate phobia and you think it's rude, how about this? You order your meal at the end of ours and take it home with you.
Right? Like just
fucking accommodate the situation.
Have a pop or something like that, right? I should probably turn my phone down, eh? Have a pop or some shit like that. But no, you're not fucking coming over to my house and fucking wasting my food. I'll send food home with you, but again, you're not wasting my food. right? He could have he could have come to the restaurant, had a soda pop while we were eating, and then, right? Like,
Well, that's, yeah.
and then, like we just said, take the food home or whatever. But if you're getting rid of it, like, no, fuck you.
No, and like throwing the home cooked meals in the trash. That would
piss me off even more.
That's not cool.
Like,
not cool. And then blaming it on his culture seems a little bit odd too.
Right? Like it's
in his culture to not, like, to accept what's offered to him. But it's not in my culture to waste food.
Right, exactly. It's in my culture to not fucking waste my money in food.
Like, how do we deal with this, right? It's funny, one of the comments is it's rude in Mexican culture too. Just to waste food.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, obviously, like,
so no, like, no, if you want to come for dinner, then I'm not letting you order food. If you want to order food and do this, you can spend your own money.
Right? Like, I'm sorry, what culture allows you to waste somebody's money and food?
That's just not cool, man.
I don't think anybody's culture is doing that.
So no, you're not the asshole, depending on how you approach it.
Yeah, definitely go about it nicely.
Right? Like, if you're going to approach it like a mean guy, then no, that's you're the asshole now. But if you're going to be like, hey buddy, like, look, I understand this is the case. I understand this is the fucking issue. I'm not going to be offended if you don't eat at the restaurant or eat at my house. If you just come and sit and we enjoy your company, that's great. That's fine. If you want to take something home because, like you said, you're not comfortable eating in front of me or something like that, or eating in public, that's cool too. I'll buy you a meal just as long as you take it home and eat it.
Yeah, and I think, like,
and even if I don't know what you're doing with it afterwards, if you take it home and throw it in the fucking garbage, and I don't know you're taking it home and throwing it into the garbage, at that point it's not really my problem.
It's not any less wasteful, but it's not your problem,
right,
I suppose.
Because I don't know about it.
Well, you don't know doesn't hurt you in that sense, right? But I think part of my issue really stems with, like, why are people just not having a conversation? Like, if you have a legitimate phobia, like, just like you have an allergy, like, you wouldn't sit there and order a bunch of meat and just cut it up on your plate and push it around if you were a vegetarian.
Right.
So why not have the discussion with people and say, like, hey, I'm sorry, he's not going to come to meals, but I'm going to bring takeout home for him when we're done. Or if he is coming, just please understand, like, don't offer him food. He's okay with just having a root beer.
Yeah.
And
I don't necessarily like eating in front of people I don't know. That's why if I'd ever gone on a first date, it was never to a restaurant. It was either to coffee or something. Right?
I'm very special.
No, because our first date, technically, no.
Yeah, we went bowling in for food.
But I knew you first.
All right, fine.
I knew you before that. If I was just going out,
a blind date kind of concept,
kind of idea.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'm going for coffee with somebody,
mm-hmm.
or even if it was somebody that I'd met through a friend or something like that, but maybe we didn't hang out for a long period, or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no more than, I think you're cute, we're cute, let's go out bond.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had something different because we'd spent
hours,
weeks being up until 7 o'clock in the morning talking.
Yeah.
Before we actually went out and ate. So I'd eaten in front of you before that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Be it pizza or something like that.
Well, yeah, because you would deliver me pizza.
I didn't. No. But in this case, no, you're not an asshole. Depending on how you go about talking to the kid. Yeah,
like you definitely need to go about this properly. And I think a conversation, like, they've been together for 2 years, it's seeming fairly serious at this point.
Right.
So why not have the conversation?
Oh, yeah.
Because
at 2 years for sure.
What happens when they get married and have kids? You're going to let this guy continue to do this for the rest of your lives?
Be a weird reception.
Like, so, like, if he doesn't eat in front of people, it's fine. They probably won't have a big dinner reception, right? Or they do, and he wastes a plate of food on his wedding night. Fuck him. It's his wedding night. Who's going to hate him on that, I guess? But I don't know. It's not the asshole. go about it properly and definitely have the conversation if this is somebody that's going to be in her life for a while, because
like open communication is very important.
Yeah,
right?
and it doesn't,
like I said, it depends. Like I've always said, you can have the finest ingredients in the world. If you make a dish that literally looks like shit, like a piece of shit, nobody's going to want to eat it. But if you have shitty ingredients and you make it perfect, look perfect, people are going to try it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I think there's a middle ground area for this, for sure. If it's a legit phobia, I think there's also a place where, like, at some point, asking your daughter to have that conversation isn't necessary anymore when it's under your roof.
Yeah.
Like the restaurant thing. Okay, maybe just stop inviting them out to restaurants.
Take your daughter for dinner on a day where they're not hanging out.
Or find a different activity to do to celebrate whatever it is you're celebrating.
Yeah.
Don't go for dinner. Have something that's
fancy coffee.
Have a backyard barbecue in the summer instead, so people are kind of walking around and talking and doing their things. It doesn't matter. He doesn't feel obligated to take food.
Right, because you're not sitting down in like a formal sort of setting. Like if it's hamburgers and hot dogs and you're walking around a backyard, somebody might question them, be like, hey, did you have a hot dog? These hot dogs are really good.
And he can just be like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, that was great.
It's great. Instead of wasting food, you can just lie about it, I guess.
I'm good right now. I'll have one a little bit later or something, right?
Yeah.
And that person's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to think about, because I'm a very picky eater.
That was a would I be the asshole, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I don't think they would be if they
sir,
asked
you would not
properly.
be an asshole if you presented it and you dealt with it properly.
I think, yeah, if you went about it nicely, you'd be fine. And I'm a very picky eater, so like, I don't eat at other people's places very often.
Right.
I go to restaurants where I can kind of be that picky person and sometimes ask for my substitutions.
You're also good at picking out, though.
Oh, yeah. I can spot an onion a mile away.
Like I don't like picking through my food to eat. That's why I try and pick foods that I'll eat.
I became very good at it, so it doesn't take me long. All right, I have one more story for you, and I thought it would be an interesting one because what our audience doesn't know is that you and I are not drinkers for whatever personal reasons we have. And so this one has to do with a dry event. Okay. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to have the conversation about it afterwards, because we have very different opinions on it than a lot of people in the world, right? So... am I the asshole for last minute declining to go to a friend's wedding that is dry on New Year's Eve? Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
So this was posted 3 years ago. And you think he's the asshole?
Well, yeah, if it's your friend's wedding. Like, that's kind of... You can't go one New Year's Eve without booze.
Right. I agree.
Let's hear the story.
I agree. I agree. But again, we have our opinions based on our lifestyle.
That's
right?
my initial reaction, but let's hear the story.
So my buddy, 33 male, is getting married to a girl that our friend group is not in love with. He loves her though, so we support him. We have known for months this was a New Year's Eve wedding. I RSVP'd months ago with my wife. Several friends and I operated under the assumption that there would be booze at the wedding, especially considering it is on New Year's Eve. Well, I found out yesterday that it is a dry wedding. Turns out it is because of his fiance and her family. I asked my wife if she knew this and said no and was pissed. I texted the groom buddy and asked. He confirmed this. I told him this is something you should have told us a long time ago. I told him that wife and I wouldn't be going. We want to spend the night drinking. I texted the rest of my friends about this, and oh boy, the group chat went off. This led to several more people backing out. This is not how a bunch of us expected to spend New Year's Eve. Really, the only ones that didn't back out are the 4 members of our 12-person group that are in the wedding. Groom buddy reached out to me and went off pretty much. He is now overspending on catering. He is having 20-ish less guests show up than planned, and this is all last minute. I've been called an asshole, among other things, for leading the charge in people not going to the wedding? Am I the asshole?
Yes.
I
Yes,
could
I
hear
believe
it.
he's the asshole. Because unfortunately, liquor shouldn't be that fucking important.
No, it shouldn't.
And it's one night. Regardless of what night it is. New Year's Day, nothing's open and shit like that. Why don't you get fucking day drunk?
There you go. Or here's the thing, go to the ceremony and the reception for a couple hours and then go out to the bar after.
Right? Like,
how late is the reception's probably done before midnight anyway.
but then you got to scramble to find a place to go. Regardless, and again, this could just be because of opinions, but booze is not that important. Right? Like, it's just, what's more important? Celebrating the fact that your buddy got married to the love of his life, or a fucking Coors Light?
And I think that's where my opinion
And really,
stands.
if you want to be a sneaky sneak about it, bring a flask.
I mean, yeah.
Dip outside for a smoke. Go to the bathroom. Yeah, he might smell it on you, but like... But at that point, fuck you.
And obviously we don't get a lot of backstory on the groom and why it was a dry wedding, because this is a guy posting that was an attendee. So I'm wondering, it said his fiance and her family.
So I'm wondering if it's a religious thing.
That's what was
right?
my thought too.
Are they Mormon? Are they Muslim?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And so like, is it just out of respect for your friendship, man? Like if you can't go a night without drinking, just like, you might just need to reevaluate your relationship with alcohol a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like I get that people like to drink.
Let's ask the person in the room who enjoys a drink or two.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might need a third opinion.
See, that's why we gave Chuck a microphone.
Because it's true. Like I get it's, I used to drink, and it's not like I don't drink because of any health reasons. Like I don't not drink because of any health issues. I don't drink because I don't like how I feel afterwards, and addiction does run in my family. So I'm not going to.
Same with me. It's a potential addiction thing.
Yeah. So I don't drink, but
I'm addicted to enough.
Yeah. So for me, but I do understand that people like, I don't hate on people who are drinking. Chuck brings drinks to our place. Cool. People drink drinks to our place all the time. I have no issues. I have booze in my house.
Chuck's also respectful about it, right? He didn't bring a beer to our 3-year-old's fucking birthday party, but he'd bring a beer to my birthday party, right? He's smart. He has respect.
Yeah. But even if he did, I probably wouldn't care. Like, because it's not like he's bringing a fucking 26 or a vodka and chugging it back while we celebrate a 3-year-old.
But what do you think, Chuck? So like, if it was New Year's Eve and you were invited to a wedding,
expecting to drink,
expecting that you're going to have a drink or two that night, would you be pissed if you found out it wasn't a dry wedding? You can still hear me. I know you can. Yeah. Stupid headphone fucking extensions.
Me personally, no. Doesn't matter.
Right? So like, obviously these people have a little more of a relationship with alcohol than you do. Right?
Sure.
Because like
an unhealthy one, I think.
I'm not, you like a drink, you like to make your mixologies and stuff like that, right? But
yeah,
you can go and
have 1 or 2 drinks and that's it.
That's true too. You're not a drunk.
And then I'll go the whole week without a drink.
Okay. So see, I guess we're talking to a special case then.
I mean, sure. But at the same time, so one of the comments here is noting that everyone sucks here, actually, because the bride and groom probably should have made it very clear in the beginning that your wedding is dry when it's New Year's Eve.
But those people still would have said no.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Everyone sucks here. Like, I'm not saying that they're not an asshole for backing out. I'm just...
Uncle Dale's here.
Is Uncle Dale here?
I think Uncle Dale's
Do
here.
we have an impromptu guest? That's cool.
We don't have an impromptu mic for Uncle Dale.
We don't.
That's okay. We could close that door.
But like, they're saying like many years ago I went to a dry wedding and the reception time was like from 5 until 9.
Right.
So like most people that have dry weddings also have early weddings, right? So we don't always have that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that he's definitely an asshole, and it actually says he's a huge asshole is what they've rated him as.
Oh,
I wouldn't
really?
be I didn't know
surprised. That was a thing. You could rate them as a huge asshole.
Well, it says asshole poo mode. I don't know what that means.
Asshole poo mode.
I'm into
I've also
Reddit,
worked
but
a lot of weddings.
Okay.
and
okay, yeah.
I'd say most of them are done by 11.
That's
right?
true. That's
if
true.
not earlier.
Yeah,
Now-
ours was done by like 11.
Yeah, I think 11 or 12.
So then,
but
yeah, they could have planned in advance. It'd be like, okay, let's get the Ubers here by 11.
And well, they could have left like 10:30 or
Mhm.
Right. And
10
we'll get
still.
downtown by fucking 11:30 or something like that and still have. And bars are open later on fucking New Year's, are they not? They're open till like 3.
sometimes in some
This
places,
is also
yeah.
in Canada.
Some places, yeah.
But no, yeah, I agree with you're the asshole poo mode.
Whatever that means.
Like
I'll find out.
fucking anal fisher mode. Like the guy's a dick.
Yeah, and the fact that you blew
This
up
is your fucking homeboy.
and you blew up the group chat so that like over 20 people decided to back out of the wedding.
Like people,
Like because crowd things, like crowd behavior, right? So
Oh, yeah.
obviously
mob mentality.
he said something to a group of people like, oh, this is bullshit. Like I wanted to drink. We were going to get wasted and have a good time at a reception. Now we can't. And so he's like got all
How
these
is
other
getting
people
wasted
riled
a
up.
Good time. That's the thing that
Like-
confuses me too. Like, how is getting wasted a good time?
And I don't know if that's age or not, but I don't think a lot of the younger generation are a little bit of a different mindset, but I think there's still a lot of them that are out there
They're
partying
still-
a bit
yeah.
too much.
But the guy's, the guy's an asshole on a few different levels, and he might want to go to a meeting,
Yeah.
right? And that again begs the question. Going back to it is like, why is alcohol? And I understand alcohol's been rooted in society and yada yada for thousands of years. Like even go back to fucking biblical times, and the reason Jesus turned water into wine, so says the Bible, is because it was bad luck for that to happen at a wedding, for wine to run out at a wedding. Right? So
Okay.
it's the point is that it's so rooted in culture like that, right? But why? Why is it so fucking important to people? Now, that being said, I do prefer to go places where I'm able to smoke a joint. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's why I dig going to the RBC amphitheater.
Yeah.
Because you can go just to the other side of the bridge there
Mm-hmm.
and you're able to smoke cigarettes and weed.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't have to, or if I couldn't, it wouldn't be someplace I wouldn't go. Right?
Yeah. Like I don't.
Like I'd do all my weed smoking before I went into the concert, and I'd go into the concert for 3 or 4 hours, and then that'd be that.
And I guess my thing too is I don't understand why people or folks that do drink automatically assume that people that don't drink have to cater to the fact that they drink. Like there was another story that I read about a guy who doesn't drink for whatever reason. And he had a few people helping him move, and one of the older men in the group that helped him move got mad at him because he didn't offer him a beer with moving, and that's what he wanted to drink as a beverage of choice for a job well done.
Shitty.
And he got like really mad at him. I'm like, but he doesn't drink.
So that's not going to be the first thing on his.
Like it's not what he sees when he walks through a grocery store or like whatever. Like he doesn't see. It's not something he gravitates to. So he got you soft drinks and food, but he didn't get you beer, and you're going to yell at him.
Then I guess you're going to have to wait until you're done.
I guess you get one when you get home.
Because you still got food,
Like you still got something,
right?
So it's just that entitlement that sometimes comes along with it, and it's like, or the other side of the coin for like that happened with us. For some people, was you don't get the invites when people realize that you're not drinking anymore, and it's like I can be fun, I promise.
Yeah, there's that too. But I think that might also be an assumption, like, oh, they're probably not going to want to come because, right? Or they're probably not going to want to come because kids, right? Shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
tis what tis.
There's
right?
some stories for you.
Yeah, those are good.
I hope you guys enjoyed them. Let us know what you think about some people. Are they the asshole? Or are they not?
Let us know if you'd like us to do this again or not.
Yeah, we
understand that it happens a lot in podcasts and stuff like that, but it's not going to be our sole focus of this podcast. Like there are podcasts like Smoshery's Reddit Stories.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they fucking do.
Or my petty point of view that I watch with
Right?
Charlotte.
So-
I think we're testing the waters with all kinds of stuff. We want to sit in front of microphones. We want to share different things that we already do with each other with you guys. We found some really cool games that maybe if we do some video series, that we'll do some just a video series so people have that cool kind of interaction with us as well. But hopefully you liked the Reddit stories. We'll do it again, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's fun.
I save a lot of Reddit stories. So.
Our producer is tapping the clock at us.
Oh, that's cool. People will listen if they want to listen. If you want to move on, you can move on. Do you have a joke for us to sign off with?
I do.
Oh.
Always do I.
Yay.
Do I have a joke?
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
I hope I haven't heard it.
Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
That's an awesome one.
Skeletor wasn't on today. We forgot to turn Skeletor. Let's turn him on for a quick second.
All right. Well,
eventually my jokes are going to be in here, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put a bunch of jokes and just dip out of Skeletor's noggin.
He's Skeletor.
I'm Skeletor. Damn you, He-Man.
All right. This has been Till Death Do Us Talk.
She's Nikki.
And he's AJ.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.